Hello everyone and welcome to, well, I suppose an extra Train Sim Classic video from me. I think Jamie is going away on holiday, so he said, who wants to do a Train Sim Classic video? And I was like, go on then, let's give it a go. And yeah, we're going to be on the North London line. We are in the class 313, and that's really about it. We're going to do a full run from Stratford, and we're going to be going over to Richmond, yeah, on the North London line, which you can see is here. So we sort of cross the top of North London and then go down into southwest London, I suppose. Let's get in, and we will get this set up. So we've got to hold down F, I think it is. There you go. Hold that down. Put that into there. You've got the self-test sequence. You can't use the CSR radio on this one. And then let's get this all on. That goes off, that goes on. Headlights, very dark. Let's quickly put on. Do that one. I can hear a helicopter somewhere. But yeah, 313, basically in Silverlink livery, but it's just a London Overground sticker whacked on top. I suppose similar to what they did with the 377s, the first Capital Connect ones, and then Thameslink came along. They literally just whacked a sticker over it saying Thameslink. Right, I think we're good to go. I don't know if we would have a guard. So I don't know actually if we would have a guard. I suppose we do. What does it say? Does it say... that doesn't... Well, I guess we'll just have a guard. It did say to change that to Richmond as well, so if we can quickly do that. Bit cheeky, but you know, we'll do it now. Richmond. Oh my god, speeding already. That's not good. Me and this line don't usually get along for points, so it is a standard scenario, fortunately. It was actually originally supposed to be autumn as well, but it would have been dark, so I've set it to summer. So it should be nice and light throughout our run. So we've got about 1,000 stops, quite literally. We've got Hackney Wick, Homerton, Hackney Central, Dalston Kingsland, Canonbury, Highbury and Islington, Caledonian Road and Barnsbury, Camden Road, Kentish Town, West, Gospel Oak, Hampstead Heath, Finchley Road and Frognall, West Hampstead, Brondesbury, Brondesbury Park, Kensal Rise, Wilson Junction, Acton Central, South Acton, Gunnersbury, Kew Gardens, and then finally Richmond. So it's quite a few stations. And I think this scenario is set in 2009 as well. So sort of the transition between the 313s and the 378s, which you can see there. And then these 313s actually then became, I don't know if all of them did, but they then became 313-2s. Which then, well, ran on, it feels weird, they ran on the southern coastways between 2010 and 2023. And now they're gone. But let's not get into that, we'll get emotional. They're now all gone. Yeah, it was, what was the last day of operation? It was like the 20th or... No, 19th, I think it was 19th of May. So I went out. I couldn't resist getting down on one before they went, so... Yeah, quite, well, not late in the evening, but late afternoon. I thought I'll get down to Brighton and get on one. Went to Seaford and back. Right, let's get that up. Cool. As we make our way along. And this is a DLC by Armstrong Powerhouse, which is on the Steam store. So a lot of AP stuff isn't on the Steam store, but this one is. And here we are. This is Hackney Wick. No idea where the stop mark is going to be. I don't do this route enough. Looks like it's at the end. Probably will be the end at most stations. They're usually quite short platforms. There we go. And I think Acton Central. Was it Acton Central, Acton Town? One of the two. I think it's Acton Town. We change over to third rail. Probably running late already. Let's have a look. Oh no, we actually are on time. Nice. There's no passenger view though. Well, I suppose you can just fly into it. There you go. He's happy. Look, he's loving it. What about you? Chilling out. I don't know what you're doing. I suppose you're looking. You're probably looking at the train very slowly moving backwards. Which that's a Train Sim Classic thing. I think it's to stop the game crashing. I know there is a reason for it. What is going on? I've heard helicopters. Now I can hear almost like fighter jets flying over. Probably just a plane. London in 2009. What's going on? There's the Olympic Stadium, which I suppose would have been under construction in 2009. Which then hosted the London 2012 Olympic Games and, well, Paralympic Games as well. And now it's the home to West Ham. And there it is, but over there. Oh, it's gone now. There you go. Hey, it's quite a nice route, this one, because originally you used to have to get them separately. It was the North London line, which was Richmond to Stratford. And then a couple of years later, they then bring out the Goblin, which is the Gospel Oak to Barking line. But now, I think you just buy it and you get both of them together. So you get quite a nice portion of the London Overground network. Which you'll see the Goblin line going off at Gospel Oak. We'll back that up. What time are we doing Homerton? 15 past. Well, we are on track to get there at the right time. They're all really close to one another. I think it's at about 65 minutes this scenario. So it's one of those routes which just feels like it goes on forever. But I suppose you just constantly stop, 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 start, stop, start. There we are. I guess it will be to the end. There's the capital star. So we might see another 313. But I think the description was like it was one of the sort of last 313 services. So we might not see another 313. Yeah. They do look nice in the Silverlink livery. I don't know, Southern or Silverlink? What do you prefer it in? And you can actually do this on Train Sim World. Well, obviously you can't do the North London line on Train Sim World, but if you've got the 313 on TSW and the Bakerloo line, you can sort of imitate the Watford DC line services. No, I have seen a couple of sort of backdated scenarios. Well, not really backdated, but yeah, you can get this livery and run it on there from Queen's Park to Harrow Wardstone. Hackney Central next. And we're off. What time are you due into Richmond? 10 past. So we've got, well, 55 minutes. Well, 53 minutes if you want to be picky. That's if we get there on time, which probably won't happen. There's quite a nice amount sort of scenery. Well, not really, you know, like countryside, nice vistas, fields. But sort of, there's not a nice contrasting cityscapes or rural, no, urban scenery. You know, on this bit we're sort of quite high up, sort of I suppose basically on a bridge, and then sort of in the middle part of the route you're then sort of within a bit of a cutting. Oh, we're probably gonna go past. No, is it at the end? I think it's at the end again. Yeah, so this bit was sort of quite high up. Then the middle bit, you sort of, yeah, I think you're in a bit of a cutting. There's quite a few tunnels, and then towards sort of, well, Kew Gardens, Gunnersbury Way, you're sort of going over the Thames, and you actually join up, I think, with the District line. There's the route map again. So we are here somewhere. There we are. Hackney Downs. And you've got another line there. Which I'd like to say I know what that line is, but I actually don't think I do. What is this line? Is that one of the underground lines? Must be one of the underground lines. Hackney Downs. Don't. We'll go past it in a second. We'll have a look. I probably should be setting my reverser to neutral. Now, what is this line? It's one of the main lines. I don't know. West Anglia main line? No. No, it wouldn't be the West. No, because that. No, it wouldn't be the West. Oh, no, would it? I'm intrigued now. I'm having a look. Google Maps. Come on, where are you? How do I get to the West Anglia main line? Because I think that goes off after Stratford. It's one of my grey areas. The Great Eastern Main Line, Greater West Anglia Main Line. Ones I just don't know very well. Is it? No, it might be actually. Possibly. Just trying to find. I'm having a look. Just trying to find where we are actually. Don't know. I'm sure someone will know. Not one of the overground lines, is it? Let's come up to Dalston. I want to know what that line is now. I'm going back on Google Maps, which is a bit dangerous as we are driving along. Right, last stop was Hackney Central. Doing it whilst we're coming along here. God, here we are, right to the end as well. Uh-oh. No, it's fine. It's fine. See, I'm distracted by Google Maps. Blame Google. But it's fine. We're here. Just slightly rough. Oh, there's another 313. What is that line? What is it? Oh, no, it is a national rail line. No, it is. No, it is overground. Yes. No. Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I did mention. I did say like it could be an overground line. It's the line up to Enfield Town and Chingford. Which I suppose at this time actually wouldn't have been the overground. Right, let's get that shut. Again, probably should have set it to neutral. Canonbury next. And then that is the East London line what goes off here. Which then takes you down to Surrey Quays and sort of New Cross Way, which I think actually used to be a tube line, but well now it's overground. I'll whack that up. See, that's another sort of fun thing about this line. You do sort of cross over and under quite a lot of well, you basically cross over every main line there is coming out of North London. So it's quite cool to see. And as we come up to Canonbury. So probably to the end of every platform, isn't it? Assuming. Is it the same here? Yeah, it must be, yeah. There's S-car stop at the end. Here we are. This is Canonbury. And here we are. Yeah, right there. Right, the doors. Oh, that's not fair. Those ones didn't open. And there actually is. There is a backdated version of this route. Yeah, there is a backdated version. It's not on the Steam store, so you would have to go search. It's on backdated train sim. And there's a, I think, yeah, it's like a 90s version of the route. So you've got the old Stratford. Then yeah, just a backdated version of it. Obviously, you do need this one from Steam first. Right, off we go. Highbury Islington next. Few tones there for you. And we're off. Yeah, I'd say this is one of the well, one of the best trains you can probably get within the Steam store. Another one would definitely be the 460 for the BML. There's quite a few good ones on there. 73, that's decent as well. But this one's one of the TS Pro locomotives and the TS Pro trains. I don't know what people call it, multiple units locomotives. Yes, I think this is one of the TS Pro ones. And the TS Pro range, if you're not familiar with sort of all of the different bits and bobs, TS Pro is basically the best ones. The best ones with the most detail, which require you, well, not to be a pro, but to have some sort of understanding of, you know, how it works. There's quite a few you've got. Yeah, you've got TS Explorer, which I think is sort of the more popular routes. And you've got TS Classic, or the TS Classic range, which is for the old DLC. I'll stop here. For the old DLC, you know, sort of pre-2015. There's another one as well, I think. Is there another range? No, TS Pro, TS Classic, TS Explorer. I'm probably missing something. I think the TS Explorer is one of the newer ones, though. Right, Caledonian Road and Barnsbury next. Wait for the guard to do his thing. And yes, I should probably be setting the reverser to neutral, but on this you've got to hold F and then bring it back. I'll do it at the next station, don't panic. That's another 3-on-3 though. So yeah, these were the oldest operating electric multiple units there were, up until, well, a couple of weeks ago. But now they're not running anymore. Their time is over. Platform number 2 here. Got to try and remember how to do the power change on this one as well. I remember before I was doing this, and I spent about, I think, 5 minutes just trying to work out what all the flicks were and where to press, and there's like a switch reset button, which is basically the only thing I had to press and it would have worked. That's why it's TS Pro. It's slightly more complicated, but not much more though. Right, so it's one of those dodgy ones. You sort of got to look out to the right side. In fact, that will do. Yeah, then you've got to hold F. That's what you got to remember on this train. When you want to set the reverser, hold F. If you don't, it won't move, and you'll probably say unhappy things. And yeah, so just make sure you hold F, and then you can then change the reverser. That's another reason why it's TS Pro. Cool. And after this, it is going to be Camden Road. Right, I'll set that back to forward. And the ding ding, that's the guard. So you just do press C twice to ding him back. Let's try and get a screenshot as well whilst we're at it. That one, very useful, that button there. That's the pause break button, which allows you just to basically pause the game in time and take screenshots. So it's quite handy. F12. For some reason, I almost forgot what the screenshot button was then. Is that another train I can see? I can see something yellow. That could be a signal though. Might not be a train. Oh no, I don't know. There's something in there. Oh, hang on. That's hold on. I'm gonna actually use the pause brake here, so I can show you what. So this is. Yeah, this here is the East Coast Main Line. So that is the Gasworks Tunnel, which then takes you into King's Cross, which you can see is there. You've got St Pancras here, and this is High Speed 1. So if you're a Train Sim World player, quite a lot. You probably have come through here quite a lot. So yeah, that's the North London line, East Coast Main Line below, and I suppose the Midland Main Line, which is well, we'll go over that in a second actually. So we'll be going to Kentish Town West. As we go. Got a warning for a 20. Why is it 20 here? I'll put that down. There's a sharp corner, which does look like it, well, sort of. Well, I'll put that down anyway. Don't want the game getting unhappy with us. Some nice camera views on this one as well. You've got one from the vestibule here, and you've got all the ladders and stuff. Well, this is quite funky coming through here. Well, this is Camden Road. And right to the end here as well. Here we are. Slowly, getting there. I would not be a good London Overground driver. I'll be too slow into these stations, but the stop marker's actually passed a signal there, but I'm going to come to a stop just here. I know we're in, I know we're fine, so here we go. But yeah, this is Camden Road. Off goes the 378. So we have got A lot of stations to go. We're not even halfway yet. I think it was, yeah, we've got about 45 minutes until we're in Camden Road. What time are we due here? 31. Okay, we actually are still somehow on time. I don't know how that's happened. Usually I'm always like 5 minutes late on this route. Well, I suppose the 3-on-3, maybe the timetable is slightly more lenient. Ooh, lovely track joint sounds. Hang on. No, that doesn't. No. Where's that join up? Oh, where are we? Hang on. Where are we gone? No, we're there. No, that doesn't. No. I'm thinking of somewhere else. And we can speed up again, although not too far to Kentish Town West, which does mean we will be flying over the Midland Main Line very shortly. And you've got Kentish Town Station, which is served by Thameslink. Well, I suppose hint that when this is set would be First Capital Connect. Yeah, bringing that down right to the end as well. Very narrow platform as well, this one. Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, Kentish Town West. And there's the BT tower over there. Yes, we then go over the Midland Main Line here. And then to Gospel Oak, where you've then got the start of the Goblin. Also, the Goblin now, I mean, it still, I suppose, is the Gospel Oak Barking line, but now goes to Barking Riverside. Yeah, it goes a bit further now. And we continue. To Gospel Oak. And it's 45, they're coming down to 20. So say hello to the Midland Main Line shortly. We'll be going over it. There it is, just here. Hello, Midland Main Line. Cool. And then to our next station stop already. And we really have got to slow down as well. So we've got 20 coming up. The brakes aren't too bad on here. They could be worse. That can't be right, can it? A free coach 378. Unless maybe they were 3 coaches originally. I thought they were 4. Well, I think now they're 5, aren't they? Because maybe originally they were smaller. I don't know. Were they 3? I have no idea. And yeah, this is where the other line starts, the Goblin. Diesel as well. It's electric now, but when it's set in the game, it's diesel. What about the other ones? Were they all free coaches as well? Hadn't really paid attention till I saw that one there. That's free. Oh, they are all free. Okay, well I suppose they were. And it's Hampstead Heath next. As we get that up. So that was stop number 12. So I suppose we are now halfway. And it is... should be over here. It'll be down here somewhere. No, it's not showing up. Well, it's still quite a way to go, probably mileage. But we'll get there. We ain't in a rush. Let's speed that up. Did anyone ever travel on the 313s on when they were London Overground, I suppose, and Silverlink? Because I think pre-London Overground, they weren't exactly great lines, were they? Sort of the North London line, the West London, they weren't brilliant. I've heard they were quite run down, quite dilapidated. And yeah, it needed a bit of TLC. But I think they're actually thinking about, I mean, because the Overground network is now pretty big. There's so many lines on it. They're now actually thinking about naming the different lines, which I think I saw something silly, and it was like it's going to cost them 200,000 to name the lines, which already have names. Well, I think they were slightly different names to the actual real ones. So this would be the North London line, the West London line would be the West London line, the Watford DC lines would be the Watford DC lines. And you've got the Enfield Town lines, so I think they're something Valley line. Yeah, that's something is it Lee Valley? Yeah, Lee Valley lines. Something along those lines. Finchley Road and Frognall next. Let's just save the game as well. And we're off. Let's get that up even more. Got quite a long tunnel here as well, as we go under London. I mean, look how close those next two stations are. Very close. Yeah, thanks again to Dovetail Games for allowing us to, well, show this off. I suppose this will probably be showing in the evening, so thanks to them for giving us a slot to do a bit of 313 bashing on the North London line. It's nice to refresh the memory of this line. So I rarely do this line. I must admit, I'm not really the biggest fan of the North London line. But then I'm not a Londoner. I usually just do the main lines, you know, Midland Main Line, East Coast, West Coast. So I rarely do the these ones. But it's nice to come on once in a while and give it a go. And I suppose I also prefer just doing the non-London Overground Metro services, like the Southern Metro 455 services and stuff. Yeah, Finchley Road and Frognall. But that's a brilliant line to add to your collection, though. And you also get the Goblin with it as well. So you've got the... I think when you first get this route, you get the 378, which is, well, sort of the workhorse of London Overground. And you get the 172 /0, which is a really funky, odd-looking train in the London Overground livery. Then yeah, this is NDLC. West Hampstead next. And let's go. Yeah, very close. Oh, we're going over another line. What's this one? Because that would be the West Coast main line, yeah. No, hang on. No, it wouldn't. That's the Midland main line again. It's gone back. We're crossing over. I was thinking, we're coming into West Hampstead, and there is West Hampstead Thameslink. Yeah, it's the Midland main line again. I've stopped at West Hampstead Thameslink many times. Although it shouldn't be too far to the West Coast main line. As we'll be stopping at Wilston Junction. Yeah, sort of crisscrosses over us. Yeah, like that. We sort of go over it. We go over it 3 times. And the West Coast main line is no, this isn't the West Coast main line. Let's see it, London. Yeah, the Met line, Metropolitan line. That. Oh, and the Chiltern main line. Yeah, Chiltern main. I always forget about the Chiltern main line. It's sort of the. I know a lot of people are going to be offended, but it's the irrelevant main line. The Chiltern main line, diesel, sort of old, not really nice looking trains. Well, I mean, they're not too bad, but I don't know. It's just sort of that line, the Chiltern main line. I apologise to anyone who does like the Chiltern main line. That's you sort of you think sort of West Coast, Midland, East Coast, Great Western. That's just sort of Chiltern main line. Well, it's very scenic though. I've done it on because it's also DLC for this all the way up to Birmingham. I think it goes Birmingham Snow Hill. So it's a very scenic main line. And diesel as well, which obviously in London, diesel isn't really much of a thing, and especially a whole main line being diesel, so it's quite a novelty, scenic DLC. And I suppose also you can also get the Met line as well, which is another DLC. Train Sim Classic literally has everything. Well, not everything, but it's got a lot. It's been about a while. I know a lot of people are sort of put off by I suppose if they've never played Train Sim Classic and they're a Train Sim World player. A lot of people are put off by Train Sim Classic. They're like, I suppose from what they've heard, oh, it's old, it's outdated, it looks bad, the trains are bad, you can't get out the train, etc. It's fun. It's great. If you are a TSW player and you are sort of putting off Train Sim Classic, give it a go. and you will enjoy it. You'll enjoy it lots. Right, Bronsbury Park next. Let's go. Yeah, it's a fantastic game, Train Sim Classic, and it's still very much alive. And Dovetail do release DLCs, but you've got, I mean, just recently we had the schools class release from Bossman Games. I suppose it's more sort of third party now, more sort of third party releases. Steam store, tons on there, but you've also got a whole scene off the Steam store, which we won't really go into too much detail about. But yeah, you've got tons and tons of other third party developers who do other countries, the Netherlands, I think Romania's, other countries and other places. There's a massive scene for Train Sim Classics still. I mean, there's even quite a lot of sort of hardcore Train Sim Classic players who don't like Train Sim World, which I'd say to them, give TSW a go. Now this is Bronsbury Park. So we've got about 20 minutes if we're on time. That's a bit close, wasn't it? Oh, we're fine though, we're all good. You get that open as well if you want. A bit of air in here. Let's quickly save the game. London Overground. So what have we got now? We've got Kensal Rise, Wilston Junction, Acton Central. So we haven't really got that far to go now. We have done the majority of our stops, about 2/3. Kensal Rise next. And we're off. There we go. Get back. Whoa, we're off. Bit of a boost there. So it's just that sort of sloping down soon as we sort of head south. We've done, we've gone across the top. Now we start sort of heading down soonish. Into the rather posh West London. This is Kensal Rise. Quite a cool looking bit there, sort of the building on top. Here we are, this is Kensal Rise. A little bit further, please. Here we go. There. There's also a 150 DLC, which I think Sean Powerhouse has done. I think it might be AP who does the 150. It could be Dovetail. But yeah, I think there's also a 150 DLC which you can then run on the actually no, hang on, I don't think there is. No, I don't think no, there is a 150 DLC, but it's for South Wales Coastal, or the South Wales main line. But I don't think there's a 150 for this one. Well, for the Goblin. It's nice having that window open. A bit more of that audio coming in. Wilston Junction next. That compressor's it loves going off. Still going. Is it going to turn off? I mean, it is quite a nice sound, but probably will in a second. There you go, it's gone off now. So in a second, you'll get the line going off, which goes into the centre platform. Well, it doesn't. I suppose you can go as well, but the centre platform at Wilston Junction. Let's just suppose again, if you're a Train Sim World player, you've played the Bakerloo line, you should recognise where we are in a second. Oh, the cat wants to sit behind me on the chair. Go on. Here we go. Yeah, so that there goes, loops down. There's that really sort of steep bit you get when you're coming into Wilston Junction, which you'll see in a second. There you go, recognise it? There's the depot, there's the Bakerloo line, which you sort of swing around, there's like the HST there. Yeah, it's Wilston Junction, I suppose low level. Yeah, there's the Bakerloo. Let's get an external arrival shot. Usually whenever I do this I overshoot. It's quite hard to, it's much harder to sort of judge or judge it when you're out here. That will do just nicely. Right, this is Wilston Junction. Ah, the sound of sirens. Good to be in the city. It's really going for it. Wow, must be like a high-speed pursuit going on somewhere. And there's the West Coast main line. And Acton Central, which I think is where we then switch over to third rail. So hopefully we won't be sitting here for 10 minutes trying to change over. And let's go. Wembley Stadium there, we'll just about see it. Oh, yeah, sort of. So that there is the West London line there, I believe. Yes, we can do that. I think that's the West London line that goes off there. Which will then take you down towards sort of Shepherd's Bush, Kensington Olympia, Imperial Wharf, and then towards Clapham Junction. Yeah, speed that. And that is Old Oak Common, I think. But it's the sort of, yeah, one of the bits of it. Because the West Coast Main Line and the Great Western Main Line are actually really close together. If you look on the map here, you can see that West Coast Main Line, Great Western Main Line. Yeah, it would be as well. It's the it is Old Oak Common, or the North Pole bit of it. But here it is. So this line, I suppose, also gives you the perspective of how close these main lines actually are. Like, I never knew the West Coast and the Great Western were literally only about 100 metres apart. well, maybe a bit more than 100 metres, 200, 300 metres, but still, very close together. And you've then got the line which goes down and joins up somewhere. Yeah, that then goes off, which is down to Acton Yard. Yeah, quite cool. Which is where you see the trains, some of our freight trains going up. There's the Great Western Main Line, electrified as well. I suppose that bit, yeah, that bit's been electrified for ages, isn't it? And down the hill into Acton Central. So almost at journey's end, but thanks everyone for coming in and joining us for our London bash. Well, I say now we've still got about 15 minutes. I think it was 8:15 we were due, no, 7:15 we were due into Richmond. So we're not done just yet. Oh yeah, it's not too far now. I think the stations are slightly further apart though. Yeah, not many though. Yeah, which actually, I think I can see the third rail. The shiny, juicy rail. And we got to try and change the power, which is usually good fun. It's a nice station, Acton Central as well. Reminds me of like a coastway station, a West Coastway type station. Bit of a random thing, but yeah. Sort of from its design. Everyone's going to have to walk up the platform. Surely they must have had like a free coach stop marker. Right, that will do. Right, let's change the power. So we've got a... Is it that one? Let's have a look. No, there's a pantograph down one somewhere. Here it is here. It's down here. Right. Oh, is that it? Set, reset. I think that's it. I think we're now on third rail. Yeah, pantograph is coming down. That was easier than I remember. Although now it's actually seeing if we actually do get going. Well, it says we've got the line light, so we should be fine. Let's see. Are we there? We're fine. There we go. We're off. We did it. We were successful. Yes, we're now getting power from this down here instead of up here. And South Acton. I was about to say it almost feels quicker on third rail, but it's probably just because we're going downhill. Not too far along, we'll be crossing over the Thames as well. Coming into South Acton. And it should be, I suppose, yeah, right to the end here. Sort of another small station as well. It's good having that window open, isn't it? Yeah, way more of that compressor sound. Love it. Yeah, Southampton. Mind the gap. Quite a bit of a gap there, isn't there? After this, it's then Gunnersbury, Kew Gardens, Richmond. Oh, and then Richmond. Is it Richmond? Oh, 10 past. Oh, okay, 10 past. Southampton, probably late, aren't we now? Oh, right, okay. We actually are on time. Ish. If anything, 30 seconds late, but that's fine. Let's go. Gunnersbury next. Cool. And yeah, my game might look slightly better than if you are a new Train Sim Classic player and you have just got, you know, this game and you have just got the... It may look slightly better, as I do have a couple sort of external surrounding enhancements on. But the train and the route itself, Steam Store. It's all on there. We've got 15 as well coming up. Let's put that down. It'll be around the corner. And saying about those enhancements, it is actually by the same person who made this train. Now we're now joining out of the underground as well. I think this would be the district line, which we're joining with. And right to the end here as well, I think. Cool, but it's been a nice journey. So yeah, big thanks again to as with Devto Games, Jamie, for giving us the opportunity to do a bit of the bit of London bashing. I can have 313 on the way. And you get 3 scenarios with this train as well. I think you get one going, yeah, it's 3. I think, yeah, one's going from Richmond to Stratford. Stratford to Richmond, we're doing now. Then there's also a shorter one as well. Well, I don't know, I've never done that one. Is that going to start? Is he going to start? Oh no, yeah, I think it is. Kew Gardens next. Now I still remember getting this line though. I think it came out in. Oh, I remember. Oh, hang on, let's put that down. I remember Christmas in 2015 playing this, so it must have been 2015 this route. I remember I got Train Sim Classic or Train Simulator. I got it the year before. So I think, yeah, I remember playing this. Yeah, Christmas 2015, getting this line. Not the train though. I got the train way later on, much more recently actually. And let's get that up. Up to 45. And I think we're about to go over the Thames. There you go, there's the Thames looking very clean. And it was like that in real life. Then after Kew Gardens isn't too far along to Richmond, which will be our final stop. Start bringing that down. Coming into platform number 2. Another nice station, this one. It's pleasant. West. I saw that. I was thinking, is this on east? East. But is it? Hang on. Let's have a look. For some reason, I thought we were going this way, sort of that way. But yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah, west east. I like that. Now, I remember watching a Jeff Marshall video, and I think he said this used to be like a restaurant or something, where you could sort of eat in there and watch trains. Right, Richmond next, which is our final stop. All downhill, that's why we're able to go so fast. It's very quick. And then we should hopefully get there on time as well. I think it said 10 past. Well, actually, don't know. It's only 45 seconds. Down we go. And we got 35 and then down to 15. Put that down even more. There you go, that's the 35. We'll come down to 15. And yeah, I think at Richmond you'd also have Southwestern Railway as well. I think they also serve Richmond on their sort of metro lines. That's it, station just there. Actually, what's that? North Sheen. Is that one? I love that sound of the compressor. And arriving basically at 10 past. Well, there we go. Cool. Platform number 3. Does anyone drive this line in real life? Well, that's a good point. I wonder what lines London Overground drivers are actually, signed for. I wonder if they can do most of the network, or I wonder if it's only sort of certain lines. Right, I'm going to stop here because otherwise we'll probably get spadded. Right, we'll do that. The cat's now jumping on the desk. Hello. You might be able to see her. That goes off. That goes like that. There we go. Well, that is going to be it, everyone, for my slot, or sort of for this Train Sim Classic video. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Big thanks again to Jamie for allowing us to do this. Links can be found. Well, actually, no, they can't. But I'm sure links can be found in the Train Sim Classic description to, well, probably to the game and to other bits and bobs. So have a look. 378 so quickly starting to take over. But yeah, hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. And hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Yeah, big thanks to Dovetail Games as well. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.